Hello everyone. It would appear that a rogue cloud has come in to bring a little snow with it. These are my footprints. I put the bag down for a bit, did some scouting around, just trying to figure out where I want to stay for this evening. But I did find a spot just up this way. Yeah, wow. Okay, let's get going. We're almost to camp. I think this area right here is going to do just fine. I'm going to be well protected underneath this tree. Forecast didn't call for snow, but hey, the mountains, am I right? I almost got to ask, right? What happened to my sunny day? Jeez. Oh my goodness. Be prepared, I guess. This is crazy. Unexpected for sure. Can't believe how much it's coming down. I am in the process of trying to find just a little bit of firewood for this evening. I mean, I'll certainly find some. It'll take me a bit. And I'm pretty sure that this is just a rogue cloud that's gonna pass on through. It ain't gonna be much of a fire, but it will be enough. I guess right about now I better get doing the intro, right? So, hello everyone, and welcome to the Bosky Net Adventure. My name's Jeff. Tonight I decided to do some exploring. I've had it in my mind for a couple of weeks now to do some e-bike packing, you know, kind of an e-bike camping adventure. But I think that's still on hold, at least for a couple more weeks. Far too much snow up here in the mountains. It is snowing a lot right now. I think what I'm going to do now, since I've collected, enough firewood that I can cook dinner tonight, I think I will go ahead and start setting up the tent, get everything all situated in there. Like I said, this snow is out of the blue. It should probably clear up sometime later on this afternoon, I guess. But anywho, we'll chat just a little bit more once I have camp all situated. But until then, let's get to setting up camp. There's my sunshine trying to poke through. I would say this campground isn't due to open anytime soon. my goodness. I think I need a treat. Need some calories. Usually keep a couple of granola bars in the upper pocket here. Temperature check. 31, almost 32 degrees. It's chilly, but not too bad. I don't know how far we're into the video right now, but I don't know, I haven't been saying much. Maybe this is more of an ASMR video. But I've just been, I am literally all by myself up here. There is not a soul around. So the only thing making noise up here is me, the squirrels, an occasional bird, and an occasional airplane that goes by. But other than that, it is just quiet. The snow is just, I mean, it's still snowing out there, but there's like no wind with it. So it's just coming down soft and gentle. It's just quite peaceful up here. My tree well is working out awesome right now. I'm not getting snowed on. I'm plenty well protected. This was a good spot. I didn't bring up an additional tarp with me, so having coverage like this really helps. The sun's decided to come out for me just for a little bit. Although, looking north, still very gray. But looking west, I see some blue through the trees. That makes for a fantastic digging tool. My hope is to have a nice flat platform here, because this is where I'll build my fire. Ooh, that rings pretty well. But that's where I'm going to build my fire, and I'll set my chair right here. I'm thinking, gotta pound that out some. There we go. Perfect. I'll have the fire just right here in front of me, and I think that'll work out perfect. Roasting my hot dogs. I'm looking forward to this. It looks like the gray cloud to the north caught up with me. Just did a temperature check. It's 32 degrees. This snow feels a whole lot more wet. It's coming down more solid. It's not the light fluttery stuff. So I'm gonna stay underneath my tree here for a little bit. I don't want to get everything all wet. So we'll just hang out here for a bit and watch the snow. Since we got ourselves just a little bit of sunshine going on right now, I want to go for a little walk. Because right around the corner here from where I'm staying are just some killer views of the mountains. So let's go for a little walk. I do my best to share with you all these magnificent views. It is just surreal out here right now. Being the only one here, all of this just to myself. I mean, like, who could ask for anything more? This is beautiful. Oh well, so much for the view. I just gotta shake my head, right? This snow wants to stick around. Winter does not want to let go yet. It is the beginning of April right now, so maybe this is just winter's April Fool's joke. Or spring's for that matter. You can't argue with how beautiful it is, though. Oh my goodness. All right, I went on yet another little walkabout. Still the only one out here. I'm in heaven. This is, okay. We're gonna dub this one the Bob Ross episode. I'm definitely getting my Bob Ross on. Happy little mountains, happy little clouds. I've even got a happy little blue spot in the sky right there. I should have brought my chair with me, because I could just sit here for hours. Oh my goodness. Well, I think it's time to get back to camp, get the fire going, start making some dinner. Well, it would appear that the wet weather, the snowy weather has broken. We now have beautiful blue skies. Not quite over the mountain peak yet, but I'm hoping that we get that just a little bit later on tonight. Fingers crossed, right? To have the mountain right there and to be able to take some nighttime photography with it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'll stay up for that for sure. I went on my little walkabout. Was thinking about, maybe I'd come back and start making dinner, but then the weather got all nice and sunny, so I decided to push off dinner just a little bit more. And I'm just enjoying this, folks. I'm sorry I haven't said much other than how beautiful it is up here and how awesome of an area this is. But it's been a while since I've been up here, right? Now that it's April, and the weather is somewhat better, doing the long hike like this, this was over 3 miles to get here. I'm more apt to do those now. Now that the weather is getting just a bit nicer, I'm able to lighten up the pack, and it's not so burdensome. Before we actually start dinner tonight, we got to prepare dessert first. So I have one of these mug treats. You've seen me do this before. I am going to attempt to do some baking tonight. I mix everything up in the bag here. I have some silicone cups that I put into my titanium cup. We'll set this by the fire, and I don't know, in about an hour, it should be done baking. All right. Now this just takes the tiniest amount of water. Make sure it's all out of the bag there. Awesome. For best baking, you take your titanium cup, you have a rock about that size, just so that you're not directly on the bottom with your cups. Put that in there just like that. Put the lid on. And let's go put it next to the fire. All right, everyone. Like I said, tonight's dinner, hot dogs. Got our fire going. Got plenty of coals in there. This will be tasty. I think my first hot dog is all set. I got the usual fixins. That doesn't change much around here. Let's get it dressed. Relish. Heinz mustard. And most importantly, you gotta have kraut. All right, there we go. All loaded up. Let's eat. Bon appetit. That always makes a great dinner out on camp. So let's do a recap of all the awesome things so far. It was a fantastic hike, 3 miles. That was excellent. Hey, found a great spot to put the tent underneath the tree. We got some snow out of today. Awesome mountain views. Got the fire going. Hot dogs. I think we're off to a fantastic start. It is springtime now. What have you all been up to? You know, here at the Bosky Net Adventure, we're sharing all of our activities with you all, right? We've been camping, been hiking around Arches National Park, enjoying the snow. What have you all been up to? With it being springtime and the weather officially changing, I'd imagine that you all are planning activities yourselves. As always, I love hearing from you all, so hit me up down in that comment section below and let me know what springtime or perhaps early summertime activities you all will be doing. All right, everyone. Time to check on the brownie. I think we're done. All right, let's throw the frosting on for a moment, let that kind of melt in, and then we'll have our dessert. Put the lid back on, let that melt down. Oh yeah. Dessert is all ready for us. So let's go ahead and scooch this out, knock all the coals off. I'll turn on the light here so that y'all can see that. There it is. There's our brownie treat, all cooked up, frosted. Let's enjoy it. treat time. Got my spoon. Got a fantastic dessert. Let's dive in. I'm such a dork. I love cooking. Here we go. I think that bite's mostly frosting, by the way. Nice and warm for sure. Here, let's see if we can get one with more brownie in it. Yum. Amazing. A nice, warm, chocolatey treat. I don't know if life gets any better than this. It is actually quite hot. I'll set that aside for just a moment and tend to my fire. There we go. The squirrels are getting just a little bit active. Oh no, maybe they were jealous that I was having a chocolate brownie. It's officially dark out. The fire's dying down. I'm gonna take a quick hike out to where I can see the peak and do some nighttime photography. Let's go. All right, what's really cool is right up around the peak, we have Orion. So I'm gonna try getting a photo of that. It's just a little cloudy, but you can make out Orion right there. How long we're doing this? Oh man, I think the cloud went and covered Orion. Bummer. But that does look like it's a daytime shot. The moon is quite bright. It's lighting up everything. The moon is actually super bright out right now, especially with all the snow. Everything just reflects. So most of the shots, I think, look like I'm taking them at around dusk. If it weren't for the stars in the sky, you know, you could hardly tell. But anywho, hopefully I got a few good shots. All right, everyone. Let's see here. I've got everything kind of all put away and situated. I know this has kind of been just a low-key evening. Haven't done much chatting with you. I've just been relaxing, taking in the moment, just trying to really enjoy myself and just to wind down. But let's see here. It is about 10:15 right now. Just did a temperature check. We've dropped below 25 degrees, and it's going to keep on going down. I think the weatherman did state that we were supposed to get into the teens tonight. I believe it. My watch will tell me the elevation. I wanted to do an elevation check here real quick. Just so everybody knows, we are at 7,549 feet above sea level. So we're up here in the mountains. It was quite a hike this afternoon. You know, hiking at elevation and in the snow, that'll wear on you. It'll wear on you really quick. So hence the need to, once I got to camp, just to kind of be low-key for a bit. Breakfast is going to be super simple in the morning. I think I just have some granola. We'll do a hot chocolate together too. And, you know, it's quite a long hike out. I think I will certainly include you more in the hike down. It's all downhill from here. Hopefully not about the video, just the hike. I am just going to call it a night. I want to thank you all for joining me. It's always a pleasure to have you along on these adventures. To my subscribers, a special shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting the BoskyNet adventure. If you aren't a subscriber yet and you want to support the BoskyNet adventure, be sure to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Anywho, I am going to turn in now. I'll see you all in the morning. Good night now. Good morning, everyone. What a quiet night's sleep. Yes, that's the difference when you're willing to go that much further away from people, right? Definitely makes for a quiet evening. Quiet, peaceful evening. But let's see here. With that quiet, peaceful evening, I slept fantastic. I really did. Slept warm. Everything was nice and comfortable. Yeah, it was just good. Let's see here. I'm going to start moseying out of the tent, get some stuff put away. Let's have some breakfast. We'll go back out and check out the mountain again. I'm sure it looks pretty dang awesome out there. But yeah, let's not procrastinate any further. Let's get going. And good morning. beautiful morning. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think we're going to have to run over real quick and check out the color on the hill. Let me get my boots on and let's do that. I can tell it's cold out here. Be interesting to do a temperature check here in just a moment. All right, here's the official temperature check. Brr. Wow, that got cold last night. The snow this morning is certainly a whole lot more crunchier than what it was yesterday afternoon. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at the peak right now. It is beautiful. But we can't stop here. We gotta go all the way out so that we can see the bowl of the mountain and everything. I need to pull out the phone for this and do some close-up shots. That is a bit cold on the hands for sure. The sun is about to come up over that ridge there, and it will be welcomed for sure. Well, that indeed is a beautiful sight in the morning. Let's head back and have some breakfast and a hot drink. Alright, I think what I'm going to do first is get my water boiling, and as that's happening, I'm going to pack away most everything in the tent, get the backpack all situated, start getting what I can into there, and then I think after breakfast, break down the tent, get that all put away, and we'll start the hike down. Looks like the water's ready. I was getting warm moving all about, so I took off my puffer jacket layer. So we're doing great. So as I said, keeping it simple, just doing some granola for the morning. Granola with blueberries. That's yummy. The valley's starting to light up now. The sun's definitely come over that ridge. It's not going to hit this area for quite a while, but it will be a very sunny hike out. That's going to warm things up really quickly. That's going to be nice. All right, final temperature check of the morning. 20 degrees, so it's still relatively cold out. But once I put this backpack on and start hiking, it's not going to feel cold anymore. Surprisingly, I'm not up here all by myself anymore. I did spot someone with a fat tire bike riding around in the snow. So, someone else is out here enjoying the beautiful morning. But I think what the plan is right now is let's go do some hiking together. As we come out of the campground here and past a couple of bends, it opens up to a big trailhead parking lot where there are stunning views of the mountains. So I think what we'll do is we'll hike to there together, and we'll sign off from there. But let's do some hiking and enjoy this beautiful scenery. We'll say goodbye to that view together. All right, there was the peak that we were looking at last night. And then just over here to the left, that's the peak that we normally are looking at when we go hammock camping. I guess you don't get too much of a view of it from here, but it is still way beautiful. Oh my, it's getting a little toasty. I am gonna take off the sweater for sure. All right, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye here. I want to thank you all for joining me on this fantastic, beautiful adventure. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed this adventure too, and if you did, mash down on that like button. Don't forget, if you want to support the BoskyNet adventure, be sure to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or hey, you just want to chat, hit me up down in the comments section below. I always look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for joining me once again. We'll see you next time. Bye now.